Hey guys, it's Handwritten Robot here. At 9:19 in the PM, 11:20, 11. Ooh, yeah, November the 26th, 2011. Um, and today we're just gonna talk about some verses that kind of fell in my lap, and God just kind of placed to me, and it's been working in my life about love, and working on that, and figured I'd share that with y'all. I was looking at chapter 12 of Romans, verse 9. It says, "Let love be genuine, and abhor what is evil. Hold fast to what is good, and love one another with a brotherly affection. Outdo one another in showing honor, but do not be slothful in zeal, but be fervent in the Spirit, and serve the Lord. Rejoice in hope, and be patient in tribulation. Be constant in prayer, and contribute to the needs of the saints, and seek to show hospitality." That's a lot of words and wordy, and yeah, it's kind of overtaking. But we'll focus on verse 9. We'll start there. It's basically Paul's just writing, and he's saying, don't fake your love. Let it be real. Let it be not pretend. Really love someone. Love like Christ did. Like, if you really want to know what love is, take a look at when he began his ministry in Matthew, and how he loved people and how he loved God. It was an intimate, passionate, real love. It was so real that he sacrificed himself. Like, he went up to the cross, got his nails in his hand and his feet, and died, tortured and beaten, and that was real love. That was passion. And Paul's saying here that if we're going to love, let it be real, not fake. If it's going to be fake, then there's no purpose in it at all, because it's not glorifying God. This kind of little bit of a verse kind of just came to me while I was sitting here, and I was pondering or meditating on this verse, and I was thinking, I was like, do I pretend to love people? Like, do I fake it? Because sometimes I think I'm a pretty loving guy, or I'm nice, or I'm pretty regular. But come to think of it, do I fake my love to the people I don't like? And then I thought, well, I love my family. I love my mom, my dad, my stepmom, and my uncles, my brothers, my sisters. I love them. But and I love my friends. I love my friends because they're cool. We hang out and we do all that stuff. And I even love some strangers. I can love a stranger sometimes. But what if when people make me angry? What if someone annoys me, or just pokes the wrong buttons on the wrong day? What do I do then? Then my love becomes a little fake, or there is no love at all. I either get angry and I snap, or I just kind of fake that love. Or they're just that one person in your life, that kind of gets under your skin, no matter what they do. We all have that one person, and we fake love them, we're just fake around them. That's not good. You either really love them or you don't, because it's not glorifying God. And I was sitting here thinking about people that I fake love. I do it from time to time. I'll see him and I'm just like, hey, buddy. And I'm holding back all this anger. I'm not trying to pray it off. I'm not trying to ask God for help. I'm just trying to do it on my own, which is completely wrong in the first place. And I explode sometimes, or I'll just fake it, and it's not good. It's not doing what Paul says. That's not hating what is wrong, because that is wrong. We need to hold fast to what is good, hold tightly to what is good. And so these questions that I'm asking, when I say I was sitting here and I was asking myself these questions of do I love this person? But ask yourself, okay, you love your family, right? Yes or no? And if you don't, there's some people who say they wouldn't love their family because maybe there's a situation going on. And if you're a Christian, you claim to be a follower of the way of Christ, then you need to think about your love. No matter what situation, you need to love. We have been called to love. We are a body of believers that have been called to love. For that is what we do. We love. The people we hate, we love. In Matthew, he talks about, in Matthew, he recorded Jesus' Sermon on the Mount talking about hating your enemies. Or when you hate your enemies, and those enemies that you do hate, love them. Love your enemies. That's what I'm saying. Love your enemies. For hating and disliking and that hate in your heart, that's murder. And I know I'm kind of bouncing back and forth. I know I said I wanted to talk about Romans, but I'm just trying to make sure you know that anything, the opposite of love is hate, and hate is murder. And if you're committing murder, that's murder, bro. I mean, I know all sins are equal. So all sins are equal. From a lie to a murder to a steal to a disrespecting your parents to whatever. But back to love. So I'm just really been thinking about how can I start loving the people that get under my skin. And some of the things I do is I go through these things called, I do a little self-evaluation. I find out what about them makes me angry, okay? And if it's something that maybe I need to talk to the person and be like, hey, this really bugs me. Can we please talk about this? Or maybe, it's like they copy you or they do something, whatever it is. Like, try to pinpoint what it is exactly that bugs you about that person. Or what they do that just gets under your skin and you're just like, ugh, Focus on that first and pray about it. Do some prayer. Talk to God. Drop to your knees and be like, God, help me. Clear my mind of this anger so that I can see how to fix this and love this person. And so after you do that, then approach the person and be like, hey, but like I was saying, I was just focus on your love and going through the steps. Like I said, prayer. Approach the person. When you get to approach the person, talk to them, sit down and pray with them. Maybe you guys can overtalk, and when you get everything situated, and if you can really talk about it and you fix it, then pray with that person. You guys pray together. Even if you still feel like it gets under your skin, pray with them. God will fix this. He heals those things. Like He's there for us. So, prayer. Man, like, that's where it's at. It's prayer. Prayer and God, man. Because He's there through those things. And say the person you're approaching is, maybe a family member or something like that, and they don't understand. That's where you need to be in a situation of, you need to talk to God. I'm not saying He'll just go do, I'm not pushing it off on God and saying just go pray about it so you can get done. No, like, talk to God. Let Him know what's going on. Develop that intimacy with Him, and maybe He'll give you the strength not to tolerate, but to understand why that person gets under your skin. Maybe it's a family member that just really doesn't understand. And maybe you just need to understand. And stop trying to expect everyone to understand you. Put yourself in someone else's shoes. That's real love. Understanding every situation and every viewpoint instead of being biased with your own eyes. Things are different when you put yourself in other people's shoes. I know it's said a lot, but when you really do, you do it all the time, and you see like a waitress who's struggling to get your drink refilled, or Walmart associate who can't get to you. Calm down, Like, you don't know what they're going through someone's head. Or your mom, maybe your dad, they're really mad one day and they flip out on you. You don't know what they've done through their day. Sit down and talk to them. Be like, hey, man, Hey mom, hey dad, hey Walmart associate. Talk to them. If they've got the time, talk to them. People love it. I love it when I'm having bad days and someone sat down and said, "What's wrong with you today?" Do it. That's real love. This is the love that Paul's talking about. Care for people. Be intimate with someone. You know, give them a pat on the back, a hug, something. Pray with them. Pray with someone. That's my challenge, is pray. If you want to love someone, you pray over them for love. Because love can do so much, I tell you what. If we could just love, we would be able to beat anger. We could love the anger out of people. We could love the evil. We could love the anger out of ourselves. We could love so much there is no anger in our families or in ourselves or our friends. Or if we could just love our Savior enough to be able to beat the anger and be able to beat the enemy. Because if you love God, His love flows through you, and you'll be able to beat anything because it's love. It's heart beating and blood pumping intensity, passionate love. And I challenge you with that love. If you're watching this and you are a follower of the way, go love on someone that you know that needs it, even if it's someone that you don't want to talk to, because that's probably the person who needs it the most. If you have any questions, I'll post my Tumblr at the bottom of this video like the rest. Ask me some questions. But other than that, I love you guys. Yeah, I love you. Ooh. And I guess I'll post another video later. Later, guys.